And the Olympic bronze medalists, Ellis and Langridge, against Gideon and Marcus Finaldi and Kevin Sanjaya Sulkamuljo. After that we will have mixed doubles, and following that we will have men's singles. Well, we had a very, very short glimpse of the women's singles draw. This is from the bottom half of the draw, and there is Zhang Beiwen representing the United States of America. Born here in China, Zhang Beiwen. Pusarla Venkata Sindhu is the number 7 seed from Secunderabad, which is just north of Hyderabad. (21 years of age, currently number 11 in the world rankings, has been as high as 8. 4 weeks from the end of September earlier this year. Now this is her 4th appearance here. First time played back in 2011, 5 years ago. She must have been very young then. Lost in the qualifying. Her opponent, Zhang Beiwen, is 26 years of age, born in Liaoning province here in China, lives in Las Vegas, and she's currently 16 in the world ranking. She has been as high as 12. Well, crikey, we're rushing through these graphics, aren't we, by these two players, and we haven't had any Road 2 matches so far. So let me tell you about who they've played so far. As you can see, this is the 3rd meeting between the two players. Pusarla Venkata Sindhu has won the 2 previous meetings. Sindhu, in her first match, played against Li Chia-sin of Chinese Taipei, 21-12, 21-16. And as far as Zhang Beiwen is concerned, she played against another player from Chinese Taipei, Shu Ya-chin, 21-16, 21-18. Did you know that Shu Ya-chin is a qualified dentist now?
That's amazing.
She's been studying. She took a back seat from the badminton. She's now fully qualified as a dentist, and I think that is a remarkable
Ladies and gentlemen,
achievement.
On my right, Pusarla Sindhu, India.
Yeah, and we lost a lot of time in the previous match, so it's a good thing that we get it started here, not using too much time on the previous matches.
Play.
And we're off.
Yeah.
One love.
Well, Zhang Beiwen is very much in form. Last, I was going to say 3 tournaments. I think it's 3 tournaments. She's been in 2 finals, hasn't she? Because she won the Dutch Grand Prix, and then she reached the final of the French Super Series. Lost out to the left-handed He Bingjiao in that final, but in the semi-final had beaten Sun Yu, and in the quarter-final had beaten Akane Yamaguchi. Oh, what a run she had in Paris.
Service over.
Now, she's one of the players I think you were probably talking about with post-Rio blues.
Yeah. She did so well there, getting a silver medal for India. PV Sindhu. And,
Service over. 3-2.
Just talked to Carolina Marin and Anders Thomsen, the Danish assistant coach in Spain this morning, and asked about the form and so on. And said, yeah, it's okay, but there's been so much after the Olympics. There's been celebrations, there's been returning to practice, getting small injuries all the time, because it's been taking such a toll, the build up to the Olympics and then taking a time off and coming back, and the muscles are still strong and so on. So it's a time where you have to be really, really careful, and motivational wise also. I mean, you've just achieved one of your biggest goals by getting a medal at the Olympics, making an extremely good performance. And so how do you find new motivation? I think this will continue to the end of the year for most of the players, that it will be difficult to do some realistic goal setting already so soon after the Olympics. It will be in 2017 that the players will say, okay, 2016 was an Olympic year, now there's still 3.5 years to Tokyo, so what are we going to focus on?
Service over. 4-0.
Yeah, you say about her being the first female athlete to win a silver medal for India in any sport.
Yeah.
That's really is a huge, huge achievement, isn't it? 4 bronze medals for female athletes from India. And hers is the very first silver.
Service over. 5-0.
Yeah, and a big nation that are not used to winning so many medals in the Olympics. I mean, I can't imagine how it would be if cricket were included in the Olympics. India would go absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Mind you, 66.5 million people watched Sindhu's final in India, just in India.
And she played well. She played well.
Very, very well.
Only player to take a game off the eventual champion.
Oh, I like that net shot.
Service over. 6-0.
I've actually been to her present club in, or her American club in Las Vegas. Very nice club south of the Strip.
Oh, that's lovely. Tell me, Steve,
Service over.
I heard
7-6.
rumours that she was training so a lot of the time in San Francisco because whilst there's a nice club there in Las Vegas, there isn't the practice sparring partners. She doesn't have a coach as such. Is that right?
I'm not sure. I was just there to sort of look at the facilities and see how it was and so on. So, but it sounds right. I think maybe it's one of the former Chinese men's doubles players that are with her here as a coach. At least I thought Zhou Jingka at breakfast.
Service over.
My goodness,
7-4.
It's good to see that even Olympic silver medalists can miss shots like that. Gives us some hope still. And we try every Friday night in the club.
Service over. 8-7.
So it sounds very plausible that she is practicing in San Francisco, and she's also often on trips. Of course, she's representing a Danish club in the Danish league, playing tournaments and so on. So,
which club does she play for?
She plays for Vendsyssel,
9-7.
northern part of Jutland, the area where both Camilla Juul and Christina Pedersen are born. Is unbeaten so far in the tournament.
Ten, 7.
represented Singapore for a couple of years, didn't she?
Yes, she did. She moved to Singapore in 2003, age 13, under the Talent Sports Recruitment Scheme, which is a government-sponsored scheme to try and get athletes of all sports, not just badminton players,
To Singapore.
to Singapore. Yeah. She fell out with the coach and got suspended because, and I think the quote is, she failed to comply with coach's instructions. Never really did discover what that was about, but as far as Coach Madhu is concerned, nice to see her back. We saw her earlier, didn't she? She was telling us she hadn't been well. Lovely to see her back on the tour again. She'll be pretty happy, a 4-point advantage. Mid-game interval.
Hold 1, 20 seconds. Hold 1, 20 seconds. 11-7.
Well, I can only hope at home you're hearing what the coaches are saying, because we certainly can't hear from where we are. Oh, look at that net shot.
Service over. 8-11.
Oh, yes. I know you weren't with me in Paris, Steen, but I was really, really impressed with this young lady. The way she really made an effort to take the shuttle as high as possible at the front of the court. And that previous rally just now, that was a wonderful example. Shabby net shot either, is it? This time from Sindhu.
Service over. 10-12.
Good shot. Very
Service over.
short drop there from Sindhu.
Especially like it on the backhand side.
11-13.
Did you notice that one, Steen? She's got nice balance, hasn't she, as she comes in to play that next shot.
Seems quite light-footed as well.
Yeah.
I read a story that prior to the Olympics, Pusarla Gopichan, the coach, the national coach in India and coach of PV Sindhu, had confiscated her mobile phone, and she was expecting to get it back after the Olympics. So she looked forward to that, but apparently it helped.
Oof. Well, the opportunity was there, but once again, what great control. That time not taking it early, in fact taking it jolly late. Zhang Beiwen. Wonderful control. And this is a run of 4 straight points.
Oh.
15-13. Service over. 14-15.
It must be coincidental that I spotted Joe Jinkar at breakfast at our hotel today, because I can see that there's no coach on the stools behind the court with Zhang Beiwen.
Yes, as you can imagine, Steen, I was having a bit of fun at the French Super Series because she reached the final without a coach, and was talking about the good old days of when we didn't have you coaches coming in at mid-game intervals.
16-15.
You only had a chance in the 5-minute break between second and third game.
Yes, exactly.
And that was, at that time, it was more easy as a coach to cover a tournament, because, I mean, it was only the pre and post match talk you had to be worried about, and you could easily cover 2 courts at the same time.
Yeah.
That's not possible anymore. I think she needs to win this first game, Zhang Beiwen. She's going to have a chance. I think she's playing on the, in women's singles, good side right now, where she plays a little bit up against the drift.
It's interesting, we saw briefly the previous encounters between these two players. They played each other twice. Both of them went to 3 games, and both happened in 2011. And I think they're both, well, especially this lady, PV Sindhu, is a very, very different player.
Yeah.
The way she's developed over the last 5 years, almost a completely different player. So I'm not sure we can really draw too much conclusion from those previous encounters. Yeah, there's flying fast, isn't it?
Yeah, and that was surprising, because that should be the safe corner, where the side drift is coming from left to right, and the drift from PV Sindhu's side towards Zhang Beiwen, but possible to put it out anyway. Good shot.
Yeah, it's lovely placement.
18.
And we see that sometimes, that she suddenly picks up speed or takes an extra step and uses her reach. That's a great smash.
Service over. 19-18.
That's wild.
20.
And game point
Game point.
opportunities.
18. Game.
Well,
First
opening
won by
game
Zhang Beiwen,
to Zhang Beiwen.
21-18.
Having been 4 points adrift at the mid-game interval. Look at that. Look at that.
And they slipped away really quickly, those last 3 points there, and I got the same feeling again, that the determination was different from the other. Of course it was different, but it was like, okay, yeah, I wanted to win, but now I lost, so okay, we got to play the second game.
Yeah. It's interesting, she's here, PV Sindhu, with her father. Now, I don't think her parents were actually in Rio. That's maybe why the phone was taken away.
That's quite possible.
It was ice cream with Sina Nagle, wasn't it?
It was chocolate.
Oh, it was chocolate.
He
He
took away
banned.
all the chocolate from the mini bars around in the hotel. So he's
He's a tough coach.
he's definitely a tough coach.
Oh, crikey. He and
But,
I,
I mean-
would have come to blows. Can't do without my chocolate.
And someone suggested that maybe the Danish coaches should do the same with the Danish players, take away their mobile phones. And I can just say, if they did that, they wouldn't be coaches anymore. There would be a riot.
Second game. Level. Play. Service over. 1 love. 2 love. Three love.
I would expect Sindhu to take even more control than she's already done here in the second game. She can play more freely.
Look at that.
Good, good
4
defensive
love.
shot. So hard to control because there's the side drift going that way.
Yeah. Oh, just explain a little more
5
Yeah.
about that, because to me, you say, oh, she can play freely
Yeah.
now in this second. If my immediate thought was, isn't she uptight because she's lost the first game? You know, isn't she feeling the tension? But
Yeah.
you're saying no, she has the freedom just to.
When you play in a stadium where there's a lot of drift, then a lot becomes about the drift, not so much about tactics and so on. The tactics change totally.
Right, I'm with you now. Oof,
Right.
put that away with venom.
7 love.
That one wasn't coming back.
I think there was a scratch in the court there.
Eight love.
8 love. So then, assuming that PV Sindhu goes on to take this second game, what we were alluding to and talking about in our first match about the choice of ends and whether you like to have a good lead as you change ends in the deciding game or whether you want to finish the good end, that could become all vital, couldn't it?
Good, and the thing is that
Service over.
I mean,
9
it's so
1.
easy to anticipate that it will go like the first two games. That there's still a lot of play left in this second game here, but let's just assume that Sindhu wins it.
Service
So
over.
we say that, okay,
2
Zhang
love.
Beiwen takes the lead in the third, and then Sindhu will come back and eventually win it. We can't assume that's going to happen because both players will have a better plan coming into the third game. Sindhu
Yeah.
will have a better plan playing on the side closest to the camera, and Zhang Beiwen will have a better plan finishing the last part of third game. So
Service over.
it's actually who is most successful in sort of mixing it up a little bit that will end up winning the match.
That's wide.
Yeah.
So a
11-2
9-point advantage
interval.
at the mid-game interval. My goodness me. Well, we certainly still can't hear what's being said. I hope you can at home.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
It probably wasn't that much because, I mean, if you're up 11-2, then I think it's only
11-2.
reinforcements
Play.
and praises.
Oh, indecision, real indecision.
12-2.
And that would support your theory about the left to right drift, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Thought it was going out, suddenly realised she needed to play it. Came back in. No, I like that. Body attack.
Service over. 3-12.
2号场地将要进行的是女子单打的比赛，由来自中华滑点的戴资颖对阵来自日本的香港美菜间。
4-12.
本场比赛裁判员苏晓峰，中国；发球裁判员雅各布辛格霍格，丹麦。
Good service return
Service over.
by Sindhu.
13-4. Service over. 5-13. Service over. 14-5.
Yeah, it's
Service
lovely
over.
disguise. The
6-14.
skills are just delightful. Look at that.
7.
You know, I
14.
understand that she's twice been asked to return to represent Singapore, and she's turned down the offer and desperately wants to qualify to represent her adopted country of United States of America at the next Olympic Games in Tokyo in 2020. Oh, look at that. That's a good rally, isn't it?
Yeah.
Service over. 15-7.
Yeah, I remember having interesting conversation with the taxi driver in Singapore some years ago about this exchange scheme that you mentioned before, Jill, and he wasn't too fond of it. He said, "Yeah, I mean, she's not born in Singapore, so he couldn't root for an athlete that wasn't born in Singapore." He felt that it was not. It was not the same. It was not totally right when she was not actually from Singapore, but was originally born in China.
I can understand the argument, but there's an awful lot of people that I wasn't born in the United Kingdom, but born to British parents. So place of birth, I'm not sure is necessarily the criteria that needs to be used. The problem for Singapore is such a small spot. It's an island state, isn't it?
It is.
So a small place. I mean, to try and get athletes across all sports would be desperately difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, the top table tennis player was originally from China, and she medalled at...
That was one of the discussion points, exactly.
Yeah. 2 Olympic Games, I think she medalled at, didn't she?
10-15.
Well, I thought at the mid-game interval this was all going to be very one-sided.
Yeah, it was 11-2.
Yeah, but not at all.
And it's bad news for Sindhu, because even if she should win this second game, she's sort of more or less given away some of the tactical things that Zhang Beiwen should focus on in an eventual third game. But right now it's more about the second and trying to win that. What a change of events.
Yeah.
And she's found good length on her shot at the moment. Zhang, good length to the baseline, and then it's up to Sindhu to play with the correct length, and I think she's played a little bit short lately.
Service over. 16-12.
Done it.
Service over. 13-16.
Yeah, she's looking to me as if she's getting more and more nervous.
Yeah.
More and more tension in the arm, and the movement is not as fluid as it was.
And then combined with this, I mean, okay, yeah, I still have that silver medal back home, and I haven't really celebrated enough yet.
15-16.
Good shot.
16.
Level 16 all.
Yeah.
12 for the last 15 points.
I think I would try to break the rhythm if I were Sindhu. Get the court mark, change the shot ball, towel down, whatever. Fantastic comeback by Zhang Beiwen.
Yeah, she was 4-13 down.
Could nullify all our talks about the decisive game.
Yeah, you'd think we'd learn, wouldn't we? We just jump ahead of ourselves.
11-2.
This is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
16.
Maybe some players are better off without coaches, Steen.
So I actually think you're right. Sometimes I think we as coaches tend to disturb a little bit because we so want to be a part of what's going on court, or normally we want to be a part of it. I mean, we want to be a part of it if our players are winning.
Yeah.
And sometimes we simply say too much, in my opinion.
Well, this is a huge point. Great net shot, wasn't it?
She had a little conversation with herself whether she dared to leave it this time.
And she was right. Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Service over. 18-19.
Oh. 19 all. Who's got the nerve?
Game point 19.
Game point opportunity to level this match at 1 game apiece. Well, we thought that was a foregone conclusion at one stage.
Service over. 20 all.
So extra points required. We haven't had a challenge in this match so far, have we?
No.
Sorry, my mind was just jumping back to that 20 all in our first match in the second game. That's a lovely block.
Ooh. I would challenge that if I were Zhang Beiwen.
Oh yes, she is. She is. It is indeed.
No, she's not allowed to.
Why not?
It was deemed too late. She was not allowed to. That's a questionable call, in my opinion. I think that's very, very harsh of the referee. It's like you should almost challenge before it's landed.
Well, there's a challenge this time.
Sindhu challenge. 4 out.
Challenge is from PV Sindhu. No, that looked out to me. What did you reckon?
Yeah, I saw it on court and I thought it looked out, but here I'm not so sure anymore. Let's see.
Oh, it caught the line.
And that's a game.
That's the game. Well, how extraordinary that the previous rally wasn't allowed to challenge. Well, there you go. It's all happening here today, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah,
One game all.
22-20, the scoreline there. And it is 1 game apiece. 36 minutes into the match. And 1 game all.
जब ऐसे होता है फिर सिंपल खेलो 2-4 पॉइंट्स अगर ऐसे निकल जाए अदरवाइज स्ट्रेटजी ठीक है जल्दी नहीं खेल रहे हां जल्दी नहीं करना ब्रेक के बाद बैक एंड सर्विस सर्विस ये फ्लैट पुश बिल्कुल फ्लैट पुश दादा ऑपोजिट है शी सर्विंग फ्रॉम दैट शी इज रेडी दे एब्सोल्युटली यस यू कैन जस्ट
ఇక్కడ నుంచి వస్తే అటు సో నువ్వు స్ట్రైట్ ఆడితే షీజ్ రెడీ
How come she is not ready?
అది క్రాస్ పుష్ అప్పుడు చేయొచ్చు నువ్వు సర్వీసెస్ ఇక్కడ పట్టుకుంటావు ఇక్కడ క్రాస్ అండ్ షీ అక్కడ నుంచి క్రాస్ షీఈస్ డూయింగ్ క్రాస్ షీఈస్ బ్లాకింగ్ సో కట్టం సమ్టైమ్స్ మధ్యలో డ్రా
सेंटर में और फ्लैट तो नहीं खेलेगी फ्लैट टॉस भी नहीं जरूरत है उसको ले जाना
you
चाहिए
lift high draw fast smash it down the line smash on so need not worry about when rushing back first place ready నిల్చిన తర్వాత బ్లాక్ and I want every point shouting
या
and
वो
same
चाहिए
I
बस
lift cross one net one back let her move
एब्सोल्युटली
see Deva and I lift the draw what she's doing is she's putting it flat and you're hitting flat
नो नीड क्रॉस हाँ जैसे उस समय बोला ना फिर टाइम नहीं मिल रहा तो धीरे
ఉంటే అని నువ్వు చెప్తున్నావు కదా
इधर से
Court 1, 20 seconds.
इधर से थोड़ा फास्ट होगा
Court
शायद
1,
ठीक है
20
ना और
seconds.
सेम नहीं कीप योर फोकस एंड जस्ट एंड चीयर अप ठीक है ना
Well,
Did you catch any of that?
not at all.
No.
Very interesting to see how the development of that second game will affect Zhang Beiwen. She was so far behind and
Love all.
came so close to winning it in two.
Play.
Sometimes that can be really, really devastating.
Oh, yes.
Service over. 1 loss. Two loss. Service over. 1, 2. One, two. Service over. 3.
Yeah, shots like that says to me she's really not match fit at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good. But then again, if you can't enjoy Olympic success, what can you enjoy?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
you've got to enjoy that time. That may never happen again. I mean,
Yeah.
of course, she hopes and her fans hope that she'll get another Olympic medal, but
A gold?
Yeah.
In Tokyo, that's
Yeah.
got to be the goal.
yeah. Yeah, it's well taken.
3, 4. Service over. 4, 3.
Well, it's
Service over.
remarkable defence of the body, off the right hip from Zhang Beiwen, wasn't it? Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see that again. judgment.
Service
Looks
over.
like a drop long.
5-0.
And that should allow Zhang Beiwen to stand half a step closer to the net than PV Sindhu, because she can't really be afraid of the punch clear to the back line. I mean, if Sindhu can hit them accurately, then congratulations to her, but Zhang Beiwen must focus on the front court and try to control the match from there when she's on this far side of the court. As you mentioned earlier, Jill, the ability to take the shuttle high on the front court is so important in terms of who's controlling the rallies.
Yeah. Fell back
Service
her
over.
side.
6-0. Seven, 6.
It was a nice idea.
Block it back where it came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worked hard in that rally. Get behind the shuttle at the back of the court. Take it as early as possible at the front. Physically demanding, but has its rewards.
Service judge, Zhang Li, China.
Service over.
That's how she should work all the
7,
time,
8.
Zhang Beiwen. I know it's really, really tough, but it's the thing that you need to do. And then you could say, okay, why? Because she's on the good side, yeah, but she needs to attack, because if she doesn't attack, her opponent will.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Yeah, it's very good, isn't it?
8-0.
That's a lovely variation.
Sindhu. Sindhu. No, not walk around.
So 3 straight points, goes into the lead once more. Zhang Beiwen. I like that. Both sides net shots, forehand and backhand. Look at the way she chops that forehand.
It'd be interesting to see that from the net camera, because from up here it seems like they're all quite close.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's very difficult to get the forehand net shot really close to the net. They're actually spinning away from it.
Yeah, what a good rally.
Service over. 9-all.
See the badge on her left shoulder there, Solibad. And that's one of the charities, Badminton Without Borders, and she's one of the ambassadors. And they do an awful lot of good work around the world, Solibad.
Please hurry up. Ten, 9. Sindhu. Sindhu.
No, what was all that about? No idea.
Interval.
So a 2-point advantage for the number 7 seed, Pusarla Sindhu. Change ends in this deciding game.
और सब ठीक है, you're moving well, everything.
इसको चांस होता चलना चाहिए, कंजर फास्ट नहीं जाना पड़ता बैटिंग करते. So chance that she is blocking is simple, then you can dribble.
क्या हो रहा है? वो स्लो कर रही है ना? हाँ, स्लो रानी. वो स्लो में वो ड्रिबल कर रही है, मैं स्लो रखी तो. वो ड्रिबल कर मैं लिफ्ट कर रही तो मिड कोर्ट जा रहा मैं मार रही है.
No, that's
दूसरा
what I'm telling you.
वो क्लोज
Has to be fast.
उसको करने नहीं देना.
Hold 1, 20 seconds.
Dribble से चाहिए.
Hold 1, 20 seconds.
वो ध्यान रख. Come on. और वो पीछे से जब तू वो लिफ्ट कर रही है ना, वो पीछे को जा रही है.
Well, in my opinion,
11-9.
PV Sindhu with
Play.
the advantage. Not only is she leading by 2 points, she's also playing, in my opinion, the better part of this court here.
12-9.
Very important for Zhang Beiwen to keep it close. Don't let PV Sindhu run away from the beginning here in after the interval.
Service over. 10-12.
Oh, that was short. Well played. Good control by
Service
PV Sindhu
over.
at the net.
13-10.
Sliced that last shot a little bit. Wanted to make absolutely sure that it wasn't going long.
Service over. 11-14.
Quite efficient. That smash to the right hip of PV Sindhu.
Service over. 15-11. Service
How
over.
short was that?
12-15.
Immediately punished by Zhang.
Another good body smash.
Service over. 16-12.
Oh, challenge.
Pusarla v Sindhu. Challenge. Call in.
Oh, that was way in.
Yeah. What an extraordinary one to challenge. Well, we've seen the challenge. I'm not sure they have on court.
It's in. I know.
Well, what on earth is going on? Well, Hawkeye is
Challenge
having to
unsuccessful.
send
One challenge
a message with a little card held up which says the shuttle was in. We
Service
could see
over.
that, but it obviously didn't go up on the giant screen.
13-16.
Good attack again by Zhang.
Was
Service
a
over.
tired-looking shot.
14.
That was the wrong choice. It was the wrong choice shot, at least.
What should she have played?
Attack, smash, control. That's it.
Service over. 15-17.
If there's one thing Sindhu has been good at, it's retrieving drop shots. Got great reach.
Service over.
Two costly mistakes, that one and the drop
15.
shot we saw before. Yeah, good call, good call.
19-15.
Yeah, there was some good pace in that rally, wasn't there?
There was.
Pace of shot, pace
Yeah.
of movement. 2 points away from booking her place in the quarter-final.
Service over. 16-19.
Oh, look at that.
Good rally as it comes closer to a final decision here.
Oh, did that go over?
Service over.
I think so.
No.
20. Match
Certainly had a
point.
little think about it, didn't it?
Yeah.
So 3 match point opportunities for the Olympic silver medalist. Oh, goodness. No, she's all right. Well, victory to the number 7 seed, Pusarla Venkata Sindhu. My goodness me. She lived dangerously there, didn't she? Had to save a match point opportunity. So, 3 games. 18-21, 22-20, 21-17 in a match lasting exactly 1 hour. So 2 matches completed. Next up is men's doubles, then we've got mixed doubles, and then we've got men's singles. As far as the men's doubles is concerned, Ellis and Langridge, the Olympic bronze medalist. My goodness, that was probably the shock result of the whole tournament. Well, as far as this section of the draw is concerned, well, it's the top half of the draw. And, well, very difficult for us to see because our monitor here is all out of focus. We can't really see what was said there. The Indonesian players have already won 2 Super Series tournaments this year. Gideon Marcus Fernaldi and Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuldo. Winners in Delhi at the India Super Series, and then in Sydney at the Australian Super Series.
Red or blue?
Add to that, a win at the Malaysian Grand Prix Gold earlier this year, so 3 titles